Amazing. I'm here in Vegas filming a virtual summit today. This morning when I woke up, I got all these messages. I had a new Millionaire Student. Shout out to Chace. I'm really excited to talk with him. So in this video, you'll actually see me interview him. He has a crazy backstory, but he just crossed $1 million in style today, making over $250,000. So he's actually closing in on $1.2 million, all in one day in this hot market. Check out the lessons from his crazy journey and congratulate him in the comments below. So for everybody who doesn't know, Chace is my newest Millionaire Student. It's time to celebrate. We've got some confetti. Can you see what I'm doing? Can you?
Yeah, I can.
Can you see this? I'm gonna try to do this confetti. I've never done this. They don't usually give me stuff to do. I usually break stuff. Find out. I'm trying.
Stop, let it rip.
It's not ripping. It's not moving.
Maybe we'll do that one in person. I'm just gonna come out there and we'll do it in person.
I'm following the arrows. It's not turning. Did you give me a fake one? Is this a prank?
Can we get a stunt man in?
Wait, I feel something. Yeah, let's go. Congratulations on hitting $1 million.
Yeah, thank you.
Everyone in chat, congratulate Chace. Give him, can they do like little, thank you. I mean, how does it feel? You woke up now? Like, you feel stronger? You feel more fit? Your family loves you more? Or is there no difference?
No. I mean, it all feels the same. I've been wanting to get to this milestone for a long time. I mean, I was interested in trading back in high school.
Okay.
So I'd known a little bit about trading, but never really put the process together, but loved trading.
So what made you change in 2018? What was the decisive change to start learning, my strategies and my patterns?
Well, the biggest thing that happened was I worked for TD Ameritrade, right? I come over, and now I've got this money that I've saved up in a retirement account, and I have two options. Option one, I can take that money now that it's just an IRA and it can sit in the money market and make 5%, or I can just let it sit there and cross my fingers and hope that in 20 years it's worth something, right?
Yeah.
Or the other idea I had was, hey, I can go learn, continue to figure this out, take that money and invest it properly and see what I can do with it there. And so I take the money, I start learning, I start trading a little bit, I'm losing in the beginning. I have a couple of good trades here and there. I worked the account up, and I actually worked it up to about, I'd have to go back now and look at all of my statements and to see the exact numbers, but I get it up to like 600 grand.
Nice.
I lose it all the way down to 300,000.
Yeah.
And that's from not following my process, not following the strategy, trying different things, just a lot of mistakes in that process.
Okay.
And then, and I said it yesterday on the video, the one that you reposted.
Hey everyone, we made it. Can't even believe it myself. It's been a long journey. I'm 6 years into this thing. My thought this morning was how quickly things can change. But stay with it, study, keep at it, never give up. Had to throw a screenshot on here. That's going to be backwards, but that's going to have to cut the mustard. Let's go!
I am truly fascinated. Like once you've got your system and process, because it's like being a doctor, right? Like everyone has to go to the same school, but once you acquire the information and knowledge, like you're going to tweak it a little bit once you're in your practice, and that's what. And everyone's a little bit different, right? Tim, he's going to swing trade. You're going to day trade.
Yeah.
Jack Dog, all these different things. So you start to find your niche. Well, 2018, and it didn't, like I'm on that slow, easy cruise from 2018 to probably, I get up to 600,000 down to maybe 3. And then in 2023 is about where I start to pick up some steam. But even then it was kind of slow rolling. I sent you a message. I don't know if you'll remember. It was a bit ago. I'm like, hey, dude, I'm at 700 grand.
You sent it in May, and you said, I'm trying to hit $1 million by year end. And I said, don't try to force anything. Take it one good trade at a time. And here we are in November. You did it by year end. What do you specialize in? What did you find that really worked for you?
Okay, so for me, because I'm working and I just can't watch the market like all day long, I can't necessarily jump into a trade and get out. If I get into a trade and I've got to be here doing this or talking to somebody, like I can't hurry and get out of it. So for me, it was more swing trading. So I'm holding some of these trades longer and finding different ways within there, which none of the students do this right now, but I was more into some of the levered stocks and some of the levered ETFs.
No, Jack Kellogg trades those.
Yeah, they can be very helpful. I mean, as long as you know what you're doing and you're convicted and confident, like that, they're
As long as you have a plan. I don't want anybody going into anything without a plan. You have a goal, you have your set risk, you follow that plan to a T.
Yeah, so swing trading mainly for me, and so I'll be in for a couple weeks, then I'm out of something, into something else for a couple weeks. But in the last week, which around the election, like if you didn't capitalize around, and don't feel bad about it, like you got to know what you're doing, but it's just such a good time to be in the market. But with that, you've got to know what you're doing and trade your plan and stick to your plan. And one of the biggest mistakes that I've made, and a few people have been asking me this the last couple of days, like, well, where'd you go wrong and what actually worked? Well, where I went wrong was for so long trying to figure it out on my own and trying to reinvent the wheel. Like, if you're going to do this with somebody, do it with somebody that knows what they're doing. Let them walk you through it. Get the help that you need. A doctor can't go start his practice by grabbing a scalpel and just showing up for surgery. You got to go spend time with the doctors, and that's the mistake I made in the beginning, is trying to figure it out on my own.
But now, you're seeing what other millionaire students are doing. You're learning from them. You're taking bits and pieces and applying it to yourself. Like you said, everyone's a little different, but you find what works for you and you specialize in that. And frankly, you nailed the election trade with crypto, with Trump winning. This is what people need to do. I think the best lesson from you hitting $1 million, and you actually like crushed it. I mean, you made $250,000 yesterday. It wasn't even just like barely over $1 million. You're like closing in on 1.2 million all of a sudden. You were ready for the catalyst, you capitalize on the catalyst, and that's what people need to realize. Not all stocks, not all assets are equal in opportunity all the time. You have these big upcoming catalysts, that's when you should really focus. Do you agree?
Yeah, 100%. Matter of fact, somebody brought this up to me, and I thought it was a perfect point. That's what you just said, but it was a Warren Buffett thing, so leave the name out of the picture, but the statement was basically like, do your thing, but one time every 5 to 10 years, you're going to make a huge, huge run, and then stay patient. Once every 5 to 10 years, you're just going to do really well and capitalize on that. And that's really, that's true for me right now. I was slow, like really slow moving for quite a while, and literally my life changed, Tim, and I was proud when I was at 600 grand and 500 grand. Like, that was great and that was wonderful. But, since May, I guess, right? If that's when I checked. And then it was slowly to 750 and slowly to 800. And then I'd be back at 750. And then on Friday, I'm at 900.
Yeah.
And in these couple of weeks, I'm having like some of my biggest days. Like, my biggest day was 45 grand. And then one day I made 65. And then a few days later, I make like another 65, and then Friday I'm in my positions. It's like weekend trader. I don't know how much you're talking about that. I get into a trade Friday, I'm holding it over the weekend. Monday opens up, I'm having my big stand up 100 grand, and by the end of the day I'm up 250 grand, and I don't even know it was nuts. I couldn't even believe it. Crazy. And today, then I was just gonna say, I didn't just get to $1 million. I hate to toot my own horn here, but like literally, I can't even believe it. And now we're at 1.2. I was at 900 on Friday.
But this is the thing, right? So trading is not linear. Like, we're used to like linear earnings. with like getting paid at a job. You get paid weekly or monthly. If you do well in a year, you get a 10% raise or a 20% raise the next year. Trading is all about preparation, preparation, preparation. Have the process. It's good that your account was growing, but most importantly, you set yourself up for this weekend trade and then you capitalize. And then it's not a 10 or 20% increase like year over year. I mean, it's literally a 25% increase over the weekend in your entire account. And this is the beautiful thing. You prepared inadvertently, you set yourself up for giant success. So anybody listening, if you're gradually growing your account, even if you don't grow your account at all, even if you're sideways, even if you're down a little bit, you have two accounts. I always tell people you have your knowledge account and your brokerage account. You, Chase, my friend, have been growing your knowledge account, even though your brokerage account hasn't been growing very fast, but you reached some kind of level where your knowledge hit a certain peak, and then you use that knowledge to go big at the right time, and then your brokerage account exploded, like that confetti just exploded. That's the key, right? You got to get that knowledge up, and then you can get your brokerage account up. Too many people, they just want their brokerage account up. They don't put themselves in a position to really succeed. If you don't study enough, if you don't know what you specialize in, you're never going to have this giant account growth. And even if you do have the giant account growth, let's say you get lucky, you're not going to really understand it. And there's a saying, a fool and his money are soon parted. So if you get lucky without the proper knowledge, you're probably just going to lose it in the next few months. So now your job is, look, your account knowledge-wise and profit-wise is up. Now you want to hold on to it and you want to keep going. There's not going to be a great catalyst every single day, every single week, every single month. But the key is putting yourself in a position when there's that catalyst, when there's the right setup, that's when you really capitalize. And now you're at 1.2 million. Let's take it easy for a little bit. Don't get too cocky. You know, you're growing your account very much, but now you can start to see what can you do to get to the next level, because you didn't just make $250,000 on this latest game. You got the knowledge of how to make $250,000. And that knowledge is actually more valuable than the money itself, because now you can repeat the process when you see another similar setup, and now you have a bigger account base. So now the next time you see this catalyst and you see this setup, you won't just necessarily make 250,000, you can make 500,000. I know it sounds crazy, but that's how you really grow, and you can pyramid your growth nicely over time. Do you agree with that?
100%. And as you're saying all of that too, like I started thinking, because like one of the biggest questions I had in the beginning or learning is like, well, how do I find the catalyst? Or how do I know what to look for? What criteria am I looking for? But it's like, just like a doctor or a dentist or anything, like you got to go in there. One, you got to have you got to build up that knowledge, and you got to be able to apply it. Once you are in there enough and watching it over and over and over again, it's like, here comes these little pieces that you start to figure out it's like that second nature thing, right? Like, a doctor is just such a good example, because it's the same process, but I figured out it's this little tweak here and it makes my life so much easier. Oh, it's this little tweak here, it makes my life so much.
The most money that you make, the most success that you'll have will come from the smallest details. And you don't even realize it as you're studying, as you're learning. You're just putting little pieces together. Okay, here's a win, here's a loss, here's a win, here's a loss. But even if your account, like I said, is going sideways, even if it's down, you're building your experience, trade by trade, knowledge by knowledge bit. And eventually you reach a certain level where it all clicks. And then you have what I call like a light bulb moment. And you have that light bulb moment at the right time. You were in the right trade, you bet big, and then you win. The most money that I see traders making is when they are convinced, they have a good plan, and they have the experience to actually execute properly. So we'll talk more. I know you have to get going. I just wanted to congratulate you on your success. Eventually we got to meet up and do something to really celebrate more than just confetti that I have a trouble opening. But I'm just so proud of you, and I'm really excited to see what more you can accomplish. Remember, you're not allowed to get too cocky. Say, I will not get too cocky, Tim.
I will not get too cocky, and I'm not sitting on these hands. And I got to say one last thing, because it made all the, and again, I don't know what everyone's talking about here, what you guys are going through. I just jumped on. Get help and the trading challenge. I don't know if you guys have talked about it, you've heard of it, but that's where the mentorship is. That's where the tools are. I mean, it's all in there. You guys got to jump in there. So if you haven't heard about it, Tim will probably.
100%. This is where all the millionaires are being created in the challenge, because we have so many millionaires and everyone shares their expertise. Like you said, Jack Kellogg trades differently than me. Tim Bowen trades differently. Tim Grattani trades differently. And we're all sharing a little bit, and people get to pick and choose from different mentors. And then you put together your own process based on your own personalities, your own time zone, your own expertise, whatever works best for you. Then when it clicks, 7-figure success is yours. So thank you again for sharing. Congrats again. I love it. We'll talk soon, man.
I'm excited to be here. I'm so nervous and excited still, and I'm just, I hope everyone has a good time. Enjoy the conference, you guys. It's such a neat thing. It'll get you where you want to go, and I'll see everyone soon.
Cheers, man. Congratulations again. Unbelievable. Chace has had such a wild journey over the past few years. It's crazy that he started with me in 2018. He stayed committed. He studied. Now he's really reaping the rewards, especially in this hot market. This is what I want for more of you, okay? Click the link below. Join my challenge. Let's see how bad you want it. Recognize that Chace studied a lot. He put in the time, and only now is he really reaping the rewards. But he built a foundation of knowledge first. Once he had that knowledge, then he could bet bigger. And on days like today, when the market is just on fire, he's really capitalizing. This is what I want for more of you. Even if you don't make much in the beginning, it's all about just planting seeds. And then when the market is ripe, especially when you're ready and the execution is there, you'll be shocked at what you can accomplish. Congratulate Chace in the comments below. Thank him for sharing so many tips. It's just awesome. Let's see who's next.